Welcome back to the Reggies Podcast. You're here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. Before we get into it today, I'm going to hand over to my right-hand man in Jace. He has an official statement on behalf of the Reggies.
Yes, it's not good. Sometimes we have to be a bit more serious, not so lighthearted on the show, but it's well due that we make an official statement here on behalf of an incident that occurred. Would have seen it probably Sunday morning. A member of the RRLC. Most people know him as Mr. T Kilometres. So he's the pest of the RRLC. He's a weekly reminder to post the punter status. And I'm sure most of you are aware what was posted late Saturday night. We've had an official meeting with Mr. Kilometres and we've discussed his future with the club. We've come to a decision. Mr. Kilometres has been stood down, effective immediately. We understand this is a difficult time for some members of the community. Mr. Kays has he's pleaded not guilty. He stated that he was simply looking for his phone charger. Off the record, Mr. K, who's the annoying pest now, cunt?
Yeah, get that in there, mate.
Get that up, ya.
Hey, what weird? Did you forget your charger? Did you, mate?
He's sitting there with
actually,
his tails between his legs.
Someone's been a little bit quiet.
He has.
As of late.
Yeah,
Been
no,
well
we
and
didn't hear
truly
from him
quiet.
today. Oh, hang on. Hold on.
Here we go.
39
Here we
minutes
go.
ago, he's answered the question.
What's he said?
Oh, well, Maxi Quickman said, does Imperial Measurement get a right to an appeal?
He's tried.
And,
He's pleaded his case with the Reggies Tribunal.
He said, first offence, surely I'll get off with a couple of weeks suspension.
Look,
No.
I think we'll have to have a chat about it. We might have to take it to the Reggies board too, which is probably the RRLC.
Yeah,
and see how we go. But look, I don't know. It's a bit of a different story, I think, compared to the NRL. To
Yeah, a
the
little bit
RRLC
different. Yeah,
punters bloke who tells
Jeez,
us
it got-
when we're on.
I wouldn't say he's a repeat offender, but he doesn't have the cleanest background. So
It
you
got
gotta take
removed
that
pretty
into-
fucking quick.
Yeah. I could imagine the head noise,
But
would
not
have been,
quick enough.
Yeah, no. The head noise wouldn't have been good Sunday
The
morning.
Sunday scaries were in full force.
That's
Right,
why.
Or he just doesn't give a fuck, which would be awesome.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing too. When you're lip up like us, like we all do, you know, it's just those little slip ups that just get you.
And you know what? It
Nail ya.
couldn't happen to a better bloke.
Yeah. Oh, it was great
But
stuff.
we still love him.
That was the official statement, and it's done. And we'll move on.
We will. That's all we're saying for now, and we'll come back to you when we have a full decision.
How did you go at the fucking, what was the...
All-Star fight
All-Star
night.
fight night.
Mate, it was fucking unreal. It was a massive card of fights. There was a heap of young fellas. And, mate, just the level of bluing that was going on there from the little fellas all the way up was awesome. It was great to sit there and watch. Had a lot of, what's the word for it? Like, they had the professional cards late. There's probably 3 or 4 pro fights. And they had the corporate, that's it, the corporate fights in there as well. And, yeah, just entertainment. It was good. I haven't really been to many, apart from the one we all went to, which we never got to enjoy.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Well, you did. I was last.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
well
was
and truly
towards
enjoyed
the end.
the back end.
But yeah, so it was great to sit there and get on the piss and fucking watch some blues.
Yeah.
It was good. Vegas Larfield looked sharp as a tack.
Nice.
It was fucking
What a
unreal. He's
name.
already got one lined up in December again. So he had a bit of time off, had a bub and stuff like that, working through a few things. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what he produces for the future.
Prime
Stuff.
We had a little party on Friday night too. Just me and little Regis.
Just a little one.
He started early because it was his party.
Fourth year party.
Fourth year
For
party.
work.
If anyone's been to a fucking apprentice fourth year party, you know what's going on. Free piss, pizzas, that's why we all go.
All of us apprentices
And-
took the day off. We started early. We had a pub crawl.
Pub crawl
Shit, get
starting
pub
at 10
crawl.
a.m. for the apprentices.
Well, see, back in our day, I knew what the fitters ones were like. They were really good. The Leckies, because there was women in the women in a lot more in the ranks of the apprentices.
Yeah, it
they were a
doesn't
lot
matter.
more tame.
Doesn't matter here.
Okay, well that's good.
Because
Good to
they don't put many apprentices on nowadays.
Yeah, right.
It's
Just two
only
a
usually
year.
one
Yeah.
lecky, one fitter. fucking they're the ones who have got to put the party on.
Yeah, right.
This year that was
and
2.
they don't like change.
Well, I'm glad he's had a crack because that started to seep in there.
Yeah, one of the run people who were it was their 4th year. She was a Sheila.
Yeah, and she was happy to just let the traditions fly.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. That's good.
Hand picked actually.
Yeah. Did the recruiting.
Did the
Did
recruiting.
she?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well done.
Anyway, the point of the story is that Jace was on the piss since 10 and had a little embarrassment. And it wasn't anyone else who was embarrassed except him. Everyone else was like, who gives a fuck?
I started to spiral out a little
But old
bit.
little embarrassed boy over here told me about 5 times.
But, well, you see, I
story.
probably forgot I was telling you because I was so fucked up. But it was about 3 o'clock. We actually get...
PM.
Yeah, 3 p.m. We actually get to the venue where the 4th year party is. All of us apprentices have rolled in, just trouting. We're fucking blind. Stand there. A few people of importance are standing in front of me having a conversation. And I've been on the beers all day. And I was like, the fuel tank's getting a bit full. And I went, I need to fucking change it up. I need to have something a bit tasty. And I went, but I'll finish this last beer. I'll be persistent. Gone to back it down. I thought, that'll be a nice little burp. No. Straight down on the ground in front of about 5 or 6 cunts, and everyone just stopped and stared at me as I'm just sitting there wiping spew off me chin.
So you just went to go it, like middle, everything's all
Bit of
good,
a
and
burp.
you just
Everything was
little
fine.
spew on the
Literally
ground,
just a
and
little-
everyone stopped and just looked.
Everyone just went,
And
it
that
was like
was just-
the music turned off, and everyone just went, are you all right? And I went, you know what, I actually am. I was like, that was really weird. They were like,
It was just a little burp spew.
Yeah, it was a little burp
But
spew.
you followed through
But
it
it just
instead
came
of,
up and just went, brr.
Someone
you know when
said
it ends
just
up in
make
your
it-
mouth and you just fucking
Yeah,
swallow it
yeah.
again?
Yeah,
But I
and
suppose
came all
you're
the
left
way
in
up.
this position, and because you didn't straight away go, get that in yours or something like that, then you were like, oh. And
We
then
all
it got
kind of froze
weird.
and just went, and then I was like,
Oh.
And then the waitress come down and said, would you like another beer? I said, fuck no. I was like, please, just get me anything else.
Pedro come outside and just looked, and Jace told him that
bro.
was him who just did that little patch there, and he just shook his head and walked off.
He just walked down just as it's happened. What's happened? I was like, I don't even actually fucking know. And he just went, mate, and just walked off.
Oh, no.
I was like,
so that's
no.
like triple head noise. Your
Yeah.
dad
I
has
said,
just pretty much said
yeah,
he's
but-
disappointed in
Yeah.
you.
I'm there going, who fucking
Yeah,
cares?
who
I woke up the next day and went, you know what? Who really gives a fuck? I was like, that'll make a funny little story, and I'll be called Spewsy Boy for
Do
a
you know
bit.
what I thought you were going to... I thought you've shit yourself.
No,
Or
well,
you've
that's-
peed your pants.
No,
That's
no.
fuck all.
It
It's
really
almost
is.
like if you don't spew at some point at a 4th year
Yeah.
party as the cunt putting
That's
it
what I
on,
kept
you
saying.
deserve a flogging.
In the retrospect thing, I was like, it actually wasn't that bad. I could have been shitting my pants at 2:30 in the afternoon. or
Do you
something,
know
so.
what? The cunts who didn't spew should be embarrassed out
they
of
were
your
spew.
year.
Fitter, she absolutely folded this first year fitter bloke. Crowd was mostly Leckies by this point too. We were
It
the
was
real
that good.
stayers. And
Yuck.
yeah.
That
'Cause-
sounds
'cause
strange.
we're pretty-
Like a bunch of weird
We've
cunts
pretty well
with-
gone, righto, there's a bit of run at me going on here. Righto, the first year Lecky's running at the first year fit.
Yeah, that's
We've
the
got
best
it.
And
thing
then
ever.
we just G'd him after that hard, slapping him on the back. Fucking come on.
It doesn't
So-
take much to convince him either. You can
No,
tell
he
the
was
fucking-
gonna
So it makes
Yeah.
a lot more sense to me, Ed, now. It's like you guys do a combined...
Yeah.
Fuck, for some reason in my head
Operators
it was
come,
like...
engineers come,
Yeah, there you
everyone
go.
fucking goes.
Right,
Just
it makes
put-
a lot more sense to me.
Pizzas and beer free because they saved since they were first years.
Yeah,
Good on
exactly.
them.
Yeah, that's what
It'll
you
be
should
my
do.
duty
That's-
next year to do it.
Wait, but that is
Yeah.
a tip for people getting into their apprenticeship with their group that they're in. Literally start a fucking bank account with them at
Yeah.
the start. Put fuck all in there a week.
We
and
set
you
up.
can- Yeah.
I think in my first year we set up like $20 a week, and there's 5 of us.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much part of your fucking interview.
It is.
You're exactly right.
Oi, it is though, but that's the shit that cunts respect when you get to
Yeah.
that age.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the old boys and that, or anyone, old girls, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the shit that makes the morale.
Yep.
Indeed, it
Gets you
does.
accepted as a tradesman.
Yeah.
No
Not
matter
your-
what you know.
Not your work.
Not your trade.
Fuck no.
If there's free puss and pizza.
Are you a good bloke, and do you like drinking piss?
Fucking, what was I going to say? Oh, Ant Clayton put in the RRLC, this annual fishing comp he goes to in the north of England. Fuck, it'd be shit there right now.
Real sunny.
They do it for a fella who's passed away a few years ago due to mental health. I just want to commend this Ant bloke for listening and just copping all the shit I say about English cricket. Good on him.
Yeah.
for
Shout out to him
fucking
and
copping
Carl.
it. And he bought a baggy reg. That was the point of the post because he had the reg there. And I'm
What a
like,
legend.
he's bought the merch, and I just rip English cricket.
Maybe he likes it. He might be a cuck,
He might, he might
which is fine.
think the
We're
same
not here to
thing.
kink shame.
No.
But good on him
So
for fucking
love
getting
his
around
work. Good on him.
Good
and,
stuff. Very thick-skinned.
Hopefully you took a fucking jacket up
Yeah.
there.
I wonder what sort of fish they'd be targeting in the north of England.
Yeah, couldn't tell you. Pike or something? Maybe?
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know.
William?
Someone's sitting
Red-
there just going, what the fuck, don't you know they catch in the north of England?
No, I don't.
Come on, mate.
Never
The
been fishing
Raygun
there
dance,
personally.
boys. The dance has made it to the NFL.
No.
Her one.
Yeah.
Like a post
Like he's
touchdown
scored
celebration.
a touchdown or he's stopped a touchdown or whatever.
Oh, and then got on the ground.
and then he
did the-
done the full thing.
Did the big fucking T-Rex or kangaroo.
Yeah. She did have a good
she
point,
can't keep
though.
getting away with it.
I will give it to her. She come out with a good point. She said, if I was a bloke, I'd be fucking labelled as a larrikin and all this. But because I'm a Sheila, I was fucking useless. I was like, you
probably
know
fair
what?
enough.
You're probably not far off. Get into some actual fucking sport here.
Oh, yeah?
Bit of sport, bit of rugby league. We can talk about results, games. Who cares? We won Pacific Championships in both the men's and the women's. That was expected.
Yep.
It was a way closer game than we thought.
Yeah.
The fact that there was that many Tongans in the crowd was
Dude.
pretty cool. It was a sea of red, and everyone predicted that. So
Yeah.
How loud were they?
Good
Boy,
on 'em.
Chanting, singing.
if that doesn't G you up to
fuck
play.
yeah.
I
then
got to
nothing
listen
will.
to a little bit of it while I was taking off on the plane, and then I watched a couple of highlights. But just when I was listening, the songs and stuff they were singing,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could just hear it over the thing. It was pretty cool.
It sounded
Yeah.
something like English football, like proper the chanting and singing, that constant buzz. You don't hear a constant buzz very often in rugby league. Usually it's stop-start.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fucking cool to hear.
It was great. You've got to respect what they did, especially because they came back as well.
Yes.
You know, like they didn't give up, and
Great for the international game.
awesome.
We
great.
love it.
But I want to more talk about a bit of off-field stuff. So, what's Hunty gonna do? What's Benny gonna do? Because now we're talking. Someone has said that he might be meeting with the Roosters.
I did see that.
Via Daily Telegraph, right
How?
here. The Roosters have reportedly requested a meeting with Ben Hunt and his management later this week. It's understood their decision to sign him or not will come down to how much the NRL sets his value at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
they
I
know
only
whether
just
to
How
pay
many
learned
him.
brown
about this.
bags?
Yeah.
I only just
How much
learnt about
overs do we
this
have to pay him?
market value situation. I thought it had something to do with him still being contracted, like still had years to go on his contract at the Dragons that was worth this much, so
yeah.
you can't pay less. But apparently,
It must just be so a bloke doesn't just go, I'll play for the Roosters to get a premiership for fucking
Yeah, exactly.
For 100 grand.
Yeah.
that's right.
And they'll
that's
give
what
me
it's to
15
stop.
boats.
It's and to stop clubs like the Tigers having to pay overs
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people
Yeah,
because
that's
no one
true.
wants to go there.
What's
So-
what is your thoughts on what he's worth then?
well?
Ben Hunt.
He's not
what
a
was he
$1 million
on? One?
player.
Nah, that has to come down.
No, yeah, there's no way he's at the back end of his career. He's probably got 2 or 3 good years left in him, but he's still an international
I reckon it's still
representative.
650, 700 a
Fucking
year.
easy.
Easy.
And
You're a
that's what it'll
spine
be,
player.
I reckon
unfortunately.
700.
I reckon it's going to be
Seven-
more, but I think it works on the year or
Hmm.
like from when the season starts to when the season, from season start to season start, because it's the whole year.
Yeah.
Even though the season's only 6 or 7 months.
You're not getting paid for 6 months.
No.
yeah.
So someone told me today that if you're the Broncos, he just goes and trains and you don't sign him until January or February because then all like these couple of months now, money's got to come off
Yeah, right.
because he
that's
wasn't
true.
there.
Because
There's loopholes everywhere, but
with
just sack Ezra Maam and then we'll have all the money.
the Broncos thing, this is via the Courier Mail.
Yeah.
It's reported the Broncos only have 500k left of salary cap space to sign Ben Hunt after crunching the numbers. It would appear they would need to move at least one player on immediately to sign his signature.
Yeah, but if they move one on, then they'll have $1.5 million worth of salary cap.
and then they'll
Which
just
is a
put some
lot.
shitter on.
You can't pay him $1 million next year to not play. Ezra Maam.
Yeah, that's it. Their situation.
They're
sat
going
out
to
for ages,
suspend
eh?
him for a fucking 12 months.
It'd be mad, wouldn't
It'll
it?
be
But
at
I
least
suppose
6 months.
How much faith do they have in him, though? Because do they look at him and go, this is our future? And if that's the case, then they go, well, we have to cop this however long. But if they don't honestly think he's the future of the club, then you've got to go,
I feel
well,
like
sorry,
it
bro.
doesn't matter. If the NRL come out and say you're banned, then you have to just fucking...
And it's
Yeah,
not
they
like he
force their
didn't.
hand.
It's not like he did something too that was like he was under the influence of cocaine,
Yeah.
driving a car unlicensed and crashing into someone.
Yeah.
So that's the other.
I think
factor.
the perfect situation to look at is because Broncos could either sack him and then they go, yeah, Ben Hunt, you come in for the last 2 years or so. But because Ezra's so fucking young, they're like, if we sack him and we get space at Ben Hunt, it's for a premiership right now, whereas they're going to look deep into the future. They've got like a fucking...
None of it should matter.
Yeah.
None of it matters. I don't
It should
care
come down to principle, but-
how he dealt with
Surely
the
they
situation.
do it soon.
It has to be. I reckon they're waiting
They
because
have to,
they
don't they?
want...
Before the fucking all the Christmas and
Yeah,
everything.
but you can't go and do anything now while he's in rehabilitation because that'd be against, like,
It would
you'd
seem
put him-
unfair.
You'd put him under
decision.
more
would
stress
it
and
be-
pressure and that. Yeah,
Would it be unfair?
yeah,
would it?
that's what it'd be.
They also probably want
wow.
to make
Are
sure
you
they've got
serious?
You'd have to wait for him to come out and
What,
then,
and then
go,
do you
right.
say, "Are you feeling okay?"
Yeah, you
and
ready?
then he says, "No," and then they say, "All right, well, we'll leave it a couple of weeks." What the fuck?
That would be what it is.
Probably.
I reckon.
Was
Unless
the
they're
Uber driver ready to get crashed into?
Unless
Was he?
unless they're actually trying to decide what to do still, which they can't be. They must have made the decision.
I just mean, I
Surely.
get it. It'd be a fuck situation to be in. His head would be all over the place because of what he did. So it's like, man, how the fuck hasn't that become a thing? How long ago was Addo Carr's decision made?
Yeah, that
sort of
took ages too, though.
It did, but that's because there wasn't something the same before it.
Yeah.
Now they've got something to sort of work off that's worse.
Yeah. Oh,
Come
but there's
on.
been more, like, lesser known players than Addo Carr and Ezra Maam that have done way fucking not as bad
Less
shit as
significant.
that. And they've just been, the NRL have just fucked them
Oh,
off
they do it
immediately.
straight away.
There's
Yeah.
there's probably a bit of special treatment here for Ezra because they actually have to. They're thinking business minded and for the
Ezra's
club,
not a
thinking-
winger as well.
Exactly.
like
but
we've said.
he's a
Why?
21-year-old $1 million 5'8" who could potentially win the club premiership. He's not a fucking second rower.
They just
who's
should-
got done for drink driving where they'll go, oh fuck you.
And what
cunt."
they got to think is too, right? This is the Broncos. Is they go, yeah, we could get rid of him, then we don't have to pay for his however long.
Yeah.
But who's sitting there just waiting for his suspension
Well-
to pull up and just throw coin at him? And
Yeah,
they go,
well-
oh, now we got to pay him.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's the Eels because the Eels are doing background checks on Addo Carr and talking to the Storm and the Bulldogs about how he was when he was at the club.
So maybe they do the same for Ezra and just stock up on charging
The
ports.
Eels are just fucking poised. They're just poised.
They're ready to go. That's a thing Broncos probably looking at too. It's like if we sack him, he is so young that it'll be a fucking Todd Carney situation where he'll piss off in 2 years and he'll go and be a fucking Dally M player.
Or piss up.
And win. Yeah, piss up, yes.
But yeah, it's a big decision though, because like they go, yeah, we could fuck him off, and in the short term, you go, we're not paying for someone who's not going to play. But then you go, is he that good?
Nah.
That one of these you don't reckon he is, and that's the decision they got to make, eh?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
willing to play against him and him potentially carve us up?
I got to look
in
at
a
it
year's
without
time?
rose-coloured glasses because I'm sitting here thinking I would love Ezra.
You think that he's a good player.
Oh, well, who's better?
I think he played one good fucking game in his life, and it was
no way.
the grand final.
No way.
I think he's
He
got
is
heaps of
one
potential.
the
Yeah.
potential is a lot what he's getting paid for, but he is one of the better running 5'8s. Last year, no one looked good for Brisbane.
No.
Besides Carrigan.
Too
and Haas.
fancy.
Exactly, but there's a lot of potential there, and I just think no one's going to be better. Ben Hunt is at the back end of his career, so unless he plays 9.
Yeah, but he
I don't
can't
think
play
he's good.
5'8" with Reynolds.
No,
playing
I was
half.
going to
Exactly, you got
say.
two
I was going to say
55-year-old
in my
fucking
head,
glasses.
that's 4 shots and 3 knees and fucking every
Exactly
game.
right.
Yeah. Righto, we'll leave that there. We're obviously going to have differing opinions. But yeah, what about the Eels? Are they just going to sign Addo Carr?
They've got room now without
Mate,
Gutho.
well, Gutho's going to the Red
Gutho's
V.
going to the Dragons.
Haven't they done some fucking recruiting?
Yeah.
Just a lot, not necessarily great signings, but they've done a lot
is
of
Gutho,
them.
Where's he going to play?
Oh, fucked if
We
I
got
know.
Val.
You can't play him at fullback because Terrell Sloan's a gun.
Yeah.
Or there's the old potential thing again. What are you just going to break his heart and not play him, even though he's possibly
Gutho
the
is
future of the
too
club?
old and frail and literally has said
He can't run, man.
Yeah, he gets his knees drained every fucking 2 days or some shit because he's so old and they're
He's
building up the
so
fluid.
slow.
His lateral movement and how slow he is not built for a fullback anymore. Like, he could probably play centre.
Yeah,
and
he'd
you got
probably put him
Val,
in the centre.
Moses Sully. Like, they actually have a bit of depth there now.
I'd
But,
probably play him and Val in the centres.
So who's in the halves for him at the moment?
so
So Ben's
Kyle
gone.
Flanagan.
But would they put Gutho at 5'8", possibly?
Oh, surely
know.
not.
I'm
Maybe.
just thinking, where the fuck does he fit
Yeah,
in?
but someone knows, and his last name's Flanagan.
Yeah, that is true.
What about the treatment of poor old, like, between Hunt and the Dragons at the end there? Just
Yeah,
shots
well,
fired.
fuck you. It was like, oh, well, fuck you too. Like, it's so petty seeing it.
Surely Flanagan's just thinking, there you go, son.
Yeah.
There's the 7. You reckon?
Yeah, for sure. Don't bite any cunt.
Yeah.
Keep the fucking nose out of your mouth. But Benny Hunt's had a feud with Dragons for a while.
Yeah.
He's been screaming, help, get me out of
The
this shithole
fact
for years.
that the Dragons actually said, nah, you can fucking stay because we don't have anyone else mid-year when Hunt wanted to go.
Yeah.
Hat off to them for doing that. And now they've gone,
Sticking their
righto,
guns.
end of the season, let's start fresh. You can fuck off.
Yeah.
Terminate the contract.
Yeah.
We want to sign a bunch of other old washed cunts.
Yeah. Anyone else 33 or older?
Everyone else used to be good that wants to come in.
We'll pay overs for you.
I'll give you heaps.
Terrell May. This is a strange one because talking about potential, he is fucking could be the best front rower in the game
It's
if he
scary,
chose to.
isn't it?
He played, during Origin, he played 80 minutes in the front row.
Yeah, he's been a gun.
Like, he's been released from the Roosters.
Do we know why yet?
Ben Hunt.
No, fuck
They
off.
just re-signed him this year. And
Yeah.
now they're going, fuck off.
Righto, here we go. I heard this. I've stolen this off
Conspire.
someone, but I'm going to
Conspire.
fucking use it because it absolutely resonated with me. Modern day footy players they're not obsessed with rugby league.
No.
No, it's
So,
hard to find.
Big Polynesians who can run fast and have all this natural ability, but are not interested in rugby league one bit. They don't watch any footy. That would be
culture of the
That
game.
would be really hard to play with. Imagine rocking up and going, "Oh, did you watch these cunts play last week?" No, nah.
Yeah.
They just
Okay.
play because they're naturally
Cool.
gifted.
You're
Yeah.
just really good.
Like you're forcing them to try and learn about the game instead of them being like a student of the game for years and love
and sit down and watch all the games and
Yeah.
just are that in love with the game because they've grown up loving it.
Especially at that level.
But
too.
nah, it's just not the culture anymore. Like
which
lots
is why
of players,
Which is why the Origin thing for me is a big one.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. So that's I reckon that's probably got heaps to do with it. Is that it was said that he didn't buy. He wasn't keen to buy in.
To the culture there at the Roosters.
Yeah,
I'm just confused on why they re-signed him then.
yeah. I don't know.
So there's
Like, why
nothing else
re-sign
that's
and then
been said
backflip?
as to why.
No, everyone's conspiring because of his brother is a fucking lunatic. So they're like, is there a link with that? But
No.
I don't know. Yeah, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of shit that's going down with his brother.
Yeah, Talon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't. But it was just really strange because it's a bloke with such talent, just re-signed, one of the breakout forwards, and then
Biggest engine of all time.
yeah, and
other
everyone
than
just
Haas.
goes fuck off. Like
Yeah.
if there's a club that has ever talked like what you just spoke about, players that just love the game and live and breathe rugby league, the Roosters don't seem to do that. They
Yeah.
signed a cunt who's playing for Newcastle, who's young, and like, yeah, he's got talent. Dom Young, you reckon he's a fucking rugby league genius?
Yeah.
No, he's fast. And he can
Oh,
score
but
tries.
who
he
knows,
sucks.
man? He come from Super League where he probably might have liked rugby league.
Yeah.
That was it could have been a poor example, but
We
I
can just make up who
Yeah.
likes it and who doesn't. But that
Yeah,
was
we don't
said
know
about
personally.
Terrell May. It wasn't said about him. It was said about, in general, there's a lot more players now that aren't just absolutely
They see it as
obsessed
a
with
business
footy.
model.
Yeah.
They see it as a business model to say maybe
This is
the
what I'm good at.
Maybe the brain power isn't there to have another career with something. However, I'm a big, fast, strong motherfucker
Yeah.
who knows enough how to run over that cunt.
And I could
That's
make
how-
heaps of money.
That's how people
Yeah.
stereotypically look at league if you're not a fan too.
Yeah.
But and you know what shits me is that players are applauded now if they do have a love and a mind for rugby league. It's like it's not the norm anymore that if you are so in love with the game and so invested in like tactically and everything, it's like, oh my God, he's a genius. It's like, you fucking should be like this. You're the best of the best.
Yeah. Well, you get paid like you're the best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, righto. Well, there's
Be
one more
interesting to see
topic.
where he goes to. Yeah, yeah.
There's one
Manly, maybe.
more
I think I know where
Manly
this
or
one's
Dogs? Somewhere in
and this is fresh. The Nostradamus actually told us
Well, Wild
about
Word of
this one.
Sports also.
And apparently it's pretty well set, like it's going to happen. There's a new kickoff rule. If you kick it, so your team's kicking off, normally, unless you're down by 20 with 10 to go, the norm is to kick it as deep as you can, obviously, to play the territory. The new rule that's going to come in 2025 is that if you kick it off past the 20-metre line, the opposition will be awarded 7 tackles. So basically, if you don't do a short kick off and try and regain the ball off a short kick, the opposition gets 7 tackles.
to try and reduce.
It's to
impacts
encourage the
and-
short kick off.
But to reduce impact and like
Off the back
concussion
fence.
protocols and people running off the back fence.
Yes.
Go and fuck
Oh,
yourself. Whoever,
literally.
go and fuck yourself.
That's all you
Whoever
can
come
say.
up with that.
Go and fuck yourself, fellas.
Go and fuck
That
yourself,
is
fellas.
an absolute joke. What makes rugby league awesome?
That was coming though. Remember we've talked about they were
Other
talking
sports
about
have implemented
no,
it.
that we've said this mid-year when the kickoff was like they were talking about banning the kickoff,
And we said that's a joke. Like, there's
and
no
like
way
it
it's
was
happened.
coming. They warned
Mate,
us.
that's something that there's a lot of games that are similar, but something rugby league and growing up even, it's just that chance to hit back and there's that impact and the toughness and it's fucking scary.
Some of
like
the-
that impact of that front rower coming off the fucking back fence and that impact. Origin games. Imagine the Origin.
Some of the greatest
Fucking-
starts to rugby league games have come off
Bang.
someone off the back
Yeah.
fence
Yeah.
and like just 2 immovable objects and unstoppable forces
Mate,
just
if
smashing
you
each
don't
other.
want to get a fucking concussion, there's 2 games out there very similar to rugby league. One's called touch football, the other's called touch rugby
TRL,
league,
yeah,
TRL,
where it's
yeah.
the flag stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
fucking play that. Fuck
Play
off.
Oz tag.
Stop changing our game that everyone grew up loving for why they loved it. I understand times change. I understand people have head injuries, and that's sweet. And things can be implicated and changed to do that a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's still the game of rugby league. And if you're fucking worried about hurting yourself, don't play the cunt.
I really hope that all the players and the RLPA, they make it as executive decision at Origin and Grand Finals. They go, oi, just fucking kick it long, boys. We'll
hope
kick
they-
it on 6 tackle. We won't take
Oi,
the 7.
I hope they fucking do a gentleman's agreement on all of them and go fuck them.
We'll
Let's
kick
just
it on
kick it.
6.
Let's just kick. But let's just kick it and have that's the new thing. You have 7 tackles at the start and just fuck them.
Yeah, I see.
But the other thing is too, if you go for short, right? This is the other thing. You're probably still better off going along and jamming them inside their 10 and having 7 tackles and going short. 'Cause
Yeah.
If you don't fucking get it,
What an
you still
awkward
gotta
distance to kick off at. It's not a
that's what
very
I mean.
short one. It's not
How gammon's that?
punting it. You're like, let me
Because if
just
you're not going along,
kick it.
you're not going along. You're not doing that far. So
Yeah.
it's just fuck off, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Is the back fence now the 10-metre line?
I don't know.
Like, it's
No,
going to
you
be
still
really...
have to be there because if they do go long and just say, "Oh fuck, we'll just cop
Yeah,
the 7."
I
Yeah.
still think you'd be better off copping the 7 with a real long one and pinning them inside that 10 or 20 than trying to go short and losing it. And then you got fucking the 60 metres off your line.
What happens if you kick it dead off the kickoff? Like normally it's a dropout.
Super
isn't it?
ultra penalty if you kick it dead on the full, or if
No,
it like
normally
trickles.
if you kick it dead on the full,
It's a penalty at the 50.
Yeah, but if you know when
if
you,
it bounces
and goes out, it's a dropout.
That's a
isn't it?
dropout. It is.
What happens there?
It can't go past the 40-metre line
What?
with your dropout. You can't. You know what I mean?
Oh,
By
yeah,
dropping it out.
Like with the drop, Oh, man, why?
Great timing from Volandis though.
Oh,
just
to
when
make
the
it.
season finishes. So now we all argue about it for
He's
the
got
next
us doing
few
it.
weeks.
But I mean, when do you stop though? When do they have to realise that it's a fucking physical game and cunts get hurt?
Do we need to wear helmets?
Oh,
Extra padding.
fuck.
Who fucking
They need to
knows?
wear
Just put the
a
helmets
tampon.
on.
Like, there is probably other solutions, not that I can think of off the top of my head, that can help with concussion protocol and
Tackle
everything.
technique.
Yeah, but maybe kicking it a bit longer doesn't stop and change anything. You're just pissing in the fucking ocean. Like, it's going to fire me up and make me fucking sad.
Tell you what it does.
It's not going to change concussions at all because people could still get a
Mate,
stiff arm from 5 metres
There
out.
is no doubt about it that obviously makes more concussions. Why? Because it's fucking sick. Someone's running off the back fence for 30 metres straight into fully grown professional athletes and they are fucking smacking each other. And do you know what that is? Rugby fucking league!
Exactly, bro.
And we love it for that. So fuck off, cunt.
You can still get a fucking concussion if you're 5 metres out. Like,
man.
it's just chance.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit just
I
happens.
just go, there's some things that it's okay to change and that, but it's like proper rules of the game that's happened since the start of it. That's like such an iconic thing that our game and our game only has of that fucking
Just the other
time
week.
when it's that impact and go bang. Like you think of the cheer of the Origin and that.
Exactly
when the
right.
front rower, like the boys waiting and pacing, the ball goes up and they're just fucking steaming. That's gone now.
Think about your junior years
Fuck,
playing
well, it will
rugby
be,
league
yeah.
at Gladstone, Tom, and you being a front row especially as well. You used to literally lean on the pig pen fence, didn't you?
Mate.
As you're winding up, ready
Mate,
to
I used to
fucking
love
go.
the opportunity when they scored a try, right? Being able to just fucking bury the front rower. Kick it to that cunt. Let's
Exactly.
go.
Yep.
Fucking let's go. And then, like, they'd have the challenge as well, running it back. I just mean, it's such... For people who are like, oh, yeah, no, it's all good. Well, you mightn't have played it much or understand much about it because that play right there is such a
changes-
fucking big part in our game.
It changes
For me.
tempos. It changes
Yeah.
momentum. It fucking gets the crowd involved. Like, it is such a spectacle. And I know it's something so small, but it's rugby league. Like, we love big tackles and fast running.
They've already
like
taken
when you
the
really think about it.
They've already taken the shoulder charge away, and I've gotten over
Yeah.
that. Took me till now.
But that's
It's taken
because they
10
think
years.
they know that you're going to get over this too.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh, fucking in 10 years.
It'll take us
But
a
I mean,
while,
like,
but-
where does it stop? Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah,
where
you're
the fuck
opening
does
up a
it
can of
stop?
worms,
It's like a
aren't you?
car crash. Do you not drive at all now because you're gonna die in a
Exactly
car
what
crash?
I was trying to say before.
Fuck's
Like, there's
sake.
some things you can and can't control, and at the end of the day, it's a
Mate,
fucking contact
it's like
sport.
workplaces nowadays and that. It's like they have to, it's like no injury can ever happen ever. It's like, well, we're all humans, dickhead. Something's
Human
going to
error.
happen.
Exactly.
Anyway, I just fucking, I'm spewing.
Yep.
Great sniffer squeeze.
Yeah.
What's your opinion, Gripes? I haven't given you even a chance.
We've
that's
kind of
fine.
both just been.
Yeah. No, I love it. I hate that it was like a thing where you go, yeah, this was fucking coming. You know?
You can
We'll
sort of
wait
see the
for it,
writing on
yeah.
the
Because
wall.
we always follow what the fucking Yanks do, and they did this in the NFL. They changed the kickoff so that there was no huge collisions just running into each other.
Yep.
And yeah, we're just all
So
about
here-
safety.
So here's my thing too, though. If you could go behind an anonymous thing and ask all the front rowers, the actual cunts that are the ones at risk of a concussion, if you asked all of those fuckers, the front rowers, this is anonymous, write it on a bit of paper, and the vote is what changes the rules. How many front rowers of the NRL growing up loving the game would want that scrapped?
well,
It would be
maybe
zero, bro.
we don't know. Has it come from the RLPA?
Don't know, but this is
No
what
one
I'm trying to
knows.
say. I fucking surely not. The front rowers would want that gone.
2-3 weeks
You
ago.
wouldn't think so.
That's
Paddy
when
Ca-
they're in the limelight.
Yeah. Paddy
Yeah.
Carrigan against New Zealand was literally kneeling on, like, back on the fence, ready to fucking go off the kickoff. And the commentators going, look at Carrigan off the back fence. Literally, this is awesome.
And that's gone.
Remember
And
shit
it's
like
cool.
Sammy Burgess coming out off the drop out. But I just think the blokes who are in danger of that causing concussions, there's no fucking way a meat-headed front rower wants that gone out of the game that they love. They grew up doing that in their position.
And it doesn't really
Yeah.
affect juniors too much because what fucking kid can kick it off the tee over 40 metres until they're 14, 15 years old?
Yeah, I just
Well, it looks like it's fucking gonna happen though, doesn't it? Like,
There's-
Well, I don't
it's
know. I was
not
reading
just
some
fucking
stuff
all-
today. I was reading some stuff today. I don't know what can. Yeah, I don't know.
we'll just
It's gonna
watch
be
the
an uproar.
space. We'll watch
I
the
just,
space.
I just reckon that there's a bit there to say that they're not just going to kick it off anyway, because that 20 meters, that in the middle kick's just shit, which is going to do fuck all. And then you go, do we just waste a tackle and still bang it down there and pin them? Like, I honestly think in my head now, without seeing it happen, that that's still probably a better field position play than kicking it short and not getting it.
Yeah, but then it'll be a kick long and you get a 20-metre tap
No, it's a 7 tackle set, isn't it?
from
Like,
the
as in-
20.
Hey?
That's the point of it, isn't it?
No, I thought it was just a 7. Like, it's just a 0.
7 tackle set.
Oh,
So
I
it's
don't know
0
about that.
when they play the ball, and then it
Yeah.
starts from 1. It's not a stop and fucking go and tap.
I'm pretty sure it's what Tom's saying. It's
It'd
not a
be
tap
like-
from the
do
20.
you know-
It's just that.
Yeah, I
like,
know what you're saying, but I would have thought the
First-
whole point of it is if it goes past the 20, righto, you get a tap, 7 tap.
Oh,
like if
fuck,
it,
surely
it's
not.
not that.
like
Surely
if it
not.
goes dead.
It's just an incentive.
If it's that, I'm not even going to watch the cunt next
Well,
year.
why
It's-
would it not
It's
be
not that. It's just going to be that they'll run and then it'll still be 0 tackle. They just
Yeah.
get an extra play of the ball.
That's,
I don't know.
that's what I thought it
If
was
they
going to be.
completely change it to the tap, then that's fucking horseshit. But I haven't
I'm
seen
going to
that.
have a
I'm
brain
pretty sure it's
aneurysm if
just,
that's it.
It's just a 7 tackle set instead of a 6 tackle set.
Righto. I just don't. I reckon it'll be. I
The
had
other
in
way.
my head that it'll be right. It's the same as if you kick it dead.
Nah,
Why would they make it the 20?
Just to stop them from this, and that's their mark of an incentive. Don't kick a pass there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then they will get 7 starting there.
I just thought. Well, it
Surely
didn't say.
not.
It doesn't say anything about starting
Yeah,
from the 20.
I haven't seen a 20-meter restart. I've just seen
Anyway,
that it's the 20
that's that's interesting to know because in my head it was just like it's just not 1 when they tackle them, it's 0.
I'm
And
just
then you-
assuming too.
I thought it was just that they 0 tackle.
I'm sure a lot more is going to come out about it, but
We've seen Channel 9
whoever
report it and shit, and there's a lot. No one, we haven't seen Andrew Abdo, Volandis, anyone really come out and say anything yet.
well, whoever's
It's
pushing
been
it,
leaked.
whoever's
And Buzz
pushing
is
it,
sitting there just fucking whacking it. Going,
whoever's
this is gonna
pushing
be
it, take a
perfect.
fucking mirror to bed and wake up to yourself.
Yes.
cunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Actually, no.
We should probably
get on
move on.
YouTube and watch
Yeah, we will.
mid-2000s off the back fence. Just Google fence.
I might
and it'll show
tonight,
you.
just a bit of nostalgia.
Maybe we
Yeah.
just next season we just watch the AFL and every week on a Friday night or whenever your team's meant to play, you just play an old game.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. 2006 grand final every Friday night. I'll take that.
Yeah, but the weirdest part is obviously the junior sign-on rate is still way down, which is why they're trying to change it
Yeah.
because they reckon viewership's never been higher ever.
That's
like they've
true,
had the
yeah.
most viewers watching the game than ever before. So why
And
they're
it-
still
it-
trying to make it
Yeah, it would
soft.
be a contact thing. Parents are just going, well, all of
Yeah,
his
but
all of his
also-
friends are playing soccer.
But also, man,
So-
how much easier is soccer for a kid that has no fucking idea what's going on to run around after a ball?
Yeah, but they're thinking about 20 years' time when there's no players.
No, I understand
to
that, but what
play.
I'm saying as well is the real young age. No one gives a fuck what they're playing. It's when they
Yeah.
get to like that 8 or 9 when they can actually think about a sport. They actually know what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on in. You know, so it's like I don't know if are they looking at the real young age kids or what are they doing? Because obviously there's still heaps of people playing footy.
Yeah.
If they were looking at it from a real young age and junior development, why not make it a rule specifically for juniors? Like, there's international rules that come into play when you're 13.
You already can't tackle till you're fucking whatever age in juniors, man. It's already the flag stuff on the sides.
And there's
which
two
is even
pass
more
shift,
dangerous
like
because then you don't learn how to tackle.
This would
yeah,
have been,
then you just fly into.
it would have been past
It's a bigger
your
cut.
point, but when I was like 10s, under 10s, 11s, 12s, is when they brought in the bib of first receiver and second receiver. So it had to be a 2-pass shift every fucking time to eliminate that just pig just out there just giving
couple of,
fucking
Mate,
couple of years ago.
It
couple
is-
of years ago,
couple.
last year actually.
Mate, what is happening is the world is just getting soft as a pensioner's turd.
Softer.
Soft
It's
turd.
already
Yeah,
soft.
pensioner's turd would flog the fuck out of the world right now.
Should Trump become the NRL CEO?
He should.
No, we're not
Fucking
fucking
oath.
We're not
going
getting
there.
into politics.
Bring the cunt in.
Don't
Sorry
even
about
fucking
that.
think
Sorry.
about it, Gilly.
Do not.
Do not.
Yeah, but yeah, it just shits me, man. It just keeps
Yeah.
changing.
I want answers. We need answers.
Give me answers.
I need to please explain, cunt.
Fucking what's his name? Volandis. When you go, when
Peter.
you leave your next Ashley and Martin meeting, fucking ring us.
With your 50 cans of Pepsi Max.
You weird-looking fuck. We want answers.
Give us a fucking explanation.
Let's move on to the cricket because that was heaps better.
Oh, yeah, that makes me real happy.
So, Pakistan won a series in Australia for the first time since 2002, 22 years ago. But I just want to say, boys, 2002, if we lost the series to Pakistan, that was when we had the best side of all time. And we beat England that summer fucking 4-1.
That's true.
Who cares? I ain't worried at all. 5-0 Australia against India still.
Yep, for sure. I wear this jersey to remind myself of good
Stephen
times.
Smith in that fucking first game looked unreal.
He did.
Fuck, he looked good. He made 40 and he
In
just
his element.
hit everything out of the middle.
Striking well.
And then the second game, he looked good again, but he only made fucking 20 odd or something. To get bowled out for 160 twice in a row, batting first, not great.
How'd Smithy get out both times?
Oh, fuck. One of them was caught in the gully trying to play a cut shot, I think, and then I didn't see the third one. But the third game we played, no one. Like Smith didn't.
Yeah. You can't tell me if we had a full side for that third ODI, they wouldn't have fired up and gone.
I read something there on the weekend that a lot of blokes just put themselves out of it to say that they
Get
want
ready
to rest.
for the test summer,
exactly.
which is fair enough. I mean,
Fucking oath.
Michael Clark actually come out and said, why should we as a viewer care about one-day cricket when clearly Cricket Australia does not give a fuck about losing a series to Pakistan because they made 5 or 6 changes, a couple of debutantes for the third game, which is meant to be the series decider.
Well, we don't.
And no one went to the game.
Nah.
No one fucking cared about it, and we just lost and went, oh yeah, who cares?
That's why
Surely the everyday punter that's grown up fucking watching test series in the summer and stuff cares more about the fucking series
they do,
against
but
India.
the point is do we just scrap one-day cricket and play 2020 in test matches?
No, I think you just change the order of it. Like, keep test matches as the opener at the end of November because that's when people are real fucking horny for cricket. Early November, you're still teetering on people talking about fucking off-the-back fence rugby league and AFL trades. So there's still not that complete transition. So just have test cricket first, ODIs after, and then T20. Like
they used to do that.
And did anyone complain?
They used to do the tri-series after the test matches where
now
you
it's flipped.
2 sides.
And now we're not even versing India for these ODIs. I think it's just too early of a time.
So let us get our
love
love game in first, so we can just get to fucking plough
Let
it.
us rub it up a bit, and then we'll get ready for fucking.
And then we'll deal with the
test
scraps.
summer.
You want the first ball of the summer to be fucking... ideally at the Gabba.
Yes.
First
We don't have that
test of
anymore.
the summer, which that's not going to happen because they went to Perth. But now we've just had 3 ODIs. We've got 3 T20s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the first ball of the summer.
No, I'm 100% agreeing with you there. First ball should be everyone pumped up for the test.
First ball
Sold
cricket of
out
summer
crowd
was a
somewhere.
Monday at the MCG with a white ball. That ain't
Yeah, a
sit
Monday.
right.
That's right.
Doesn't sit right, does it?
Nah.
No.
So
So
fucking Cricket Australia, NRL, pull your fucking heads in. We are not happy this week.
actually, we've
I
got...
thought it was because I was off the vape. Like, I'm about a week and a bit off the vapes. Going good.
You're getting a
but
bit cranky, but-
Well, these cunts aren't helping.
No, they're not.
There's not one organisation that's helping.
No, fuck no.
No cunts help.
Yeah, so there you go. We've got 3 2020s starting Thursday. We've got Thursday, Saturday, and then Monday. 3 2020s, and then the first test fucking starts that following week. So
I don't like that.
yeah,
I do not like that.
we'll see how we go. Obviously, no one's going to be playing the.
And you know what?
I think all well and good though if it's like the just like the Big Bash stuff, all in between shit to give
Yeah,
people
these are
something to look
T20
at.
internationals
That's what
against
I'm.
the Packies,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying though. Like, as in all well and good being the fucking cricket's flying everywhere,
Yeah.
but not the international shit when you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's focus on the test, bro.
They will care less if we lose the series against Pakistan in the T20s as well, because that is probably the least preferred format of cricket. If you're a true cricket fan, that is your least
But they'll
favourite.
get more to those games because the family will.
Yeah,
wanna
they're
go.
we go in there for 3 hours and watch them hit a little ball.
Just on the T20 quickly, the WBBL, Hurricanes women, highest ever BBL score, like team total.
Wow.
Made 203. And Lizelle Lee got 150 not out.
What a cricket
Out
name.
of 203.
You know, you say, like, there's rugby league names. Like, oh, yeah, it sounds like an AFL
Lizelle
name.
Lee,
That
yeah.
is a fucking cricket name.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Lizelle.
Lee.
Opened the
Lee.
batting and wicket keeps, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
So not only did they score the most ever runs in a BBL game, WBBL game, but then they had the fucking Renegades, was it? Or the Scorchers, 2 for none after the first over.
Wow.
Just dream start. And yeah, big Lizelle, I think she
Good on her.
wicket
Big
kicks.
Zelly
So
Lee.
That's
good
a
on her.
fucking great innings.
150 not out.
Yeah.
Opening the batting.
Not
That's
out too.
fucking insanity.
It's like, no, he didn't get me. I'll
couldn't-
fuck
That's
off
good for any
myself.
format of cricket, let alone
You
T20s.
couldn't get me out.
That's beautiful.
Good stuff.
Good on her.
On your Zelly.
And now back to Australian men's test team. We've got the squad. The squad's in.
She's in.
She is in.
He's in.
And now, here we go.
Are
Squadrons.
you going to read it out?
Well, there's only really one obvious. Oh, that's handy.
There's probably 2. And that are out of the norm, other than Cam Green because he's injured.
Yeah, so Green's gone for the summer. He's decided to get surgery. We've got just the staples, right? Cummins, Scotty Boland, Alex Carey, Hazelwood, Travie Head, Kawaja, Labuschagne, Nathan Lyon, Mitch Marsh, Steve Smith, Mitchell Stark. That's your. They're
knew
your
they were gonna
staples.
be in there.
They're going to be in there. And the 2 that you're talking about, mate, Josh Inglis and Nathan McSweeney. So
McSweeney.
they've gone the McSweeney road to open the batting. He opened the batting for Australia A against India A. Mm-hmm. They put Bancroft at 3 and let McSweeney open, which basically said, hey, mate, can you please score some runs so you can take this decision out of our hands because we're too fucking hopeless to do it.
The other 3 are playing shit.
Yeah, it was like, we're making you open. Can you just please score runs so that we don't have to make a decision ourselves? And look, he didn't score heaps, but the other 2 got first ballers in the second innings. Marcus Harris got a first ball up duck. Bancroft came to the crease, and old mate was on a hat trick because he was plumb LBW first ball. So
Well, Constas also got a duck as well, I'm pretty sure.
wasn't great, but
I actually don't mind it from Cricket Australia from the point of usually they make a controversial pick on someone. They're like, oh, you know, he's playing shit at this level or Sheffield Shield, but he's done well for us in the past, like stick and pick. And everyone's going, why have you picked them? Why have you done this? They've purely gone this time, okay, there's an opener position. You blokes at Sheffield Shield level and Australia A level, play your best cricket, and whoever gets the most runs is going to get the fucking baggy green.
yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying, and I really,
I'm just
really,
glad it's not Marcus Harris.
really hope that he makes runs.
I
Like,
fucking would love. No one wants to see him fail.
give him 5 test matches, and I hope he makes 1,000 runs.
Yeah.
But could we have just picked an opener?
Not a true because he's usually first drop, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like, he's not an opener. He
Pure-
doesn't have to go out and
Why
face
did
the
we do
first
that?
ball.
Kawaja wasn't an opener all the time either, though.
But he was
Yeah.
definitely opening at Shield cricket.
I'd
before.
rather. I'm just glad though that it's not a over 30s come for a game or 2 sort of half journeyman dude
They're
that
they're
we've
trying to
given
bleed
a
someone
crap.
in.
that we've given 3 goes.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
glad it's that. But yeah, why not? Wasn't there another young fellow who was?
Yeah,
an
Sam Constas.
I think
He's
it's just-
19. He's probably a season
Bit
or
young.
2 away.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
right.
righto. I
And
can
how old
see
is this
why you
bloke?
didn't pick him. And then I can also see that the other 2 options were Harris or Bancroft.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, fuck, you're right. Who
Right.
do you pick?
When
Oh, well, how many games you reckon they'll give him?
McSweeney.
They've got to
Yeah.
give him 5.
Give
So
him
you
the
reckon
whole
give him the
series.
whole series
Back
to
him
prove
in.
himself? Yeah.
Back him in.
Yeah,
We've
if you're going to
gone-
pick him, go.
Yeah, tell him he's getting 5 right now.
Yeah, that's.
And
I
that
think
way
they
you
need
take
to
the
do
pressure
that.
off him.
They need to do that. No matter what happens, mate, you're there for the series, so it's yours to fucking do something
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. Even a little bit of weight off the
Helps
shoulders.
if we're winning, by the way.
Absolutely.
Really
if we're
helps.
losing and he's gotten about 6 ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of absolute heroes all
Oh.
over the online world that'll just
Isn't
let him
there?
know.
Yeah. Oh, he's shit.
I tell you, on Friday afternoon when we were doing our pub crawl, I've walked in to Central Lane. They've got the cricket up, Australia A, or it might have even been Victoria in the Sheffield Shield. And I saw Marcus Harris on about 70 odd, and I went,
No,
oh,
Australia, right? Hang on.
would it have been Australia A? Did they play on Friday?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was 4 Did he make 70 something?
I don't know if I was really fucking blind, but he was batting well. And me and the
have
second
to
year,
check
one of my
that.
mates, we just looked and just went, oh no. we just went, he's batting well. It was like the baggy green is within his reach.
Oh, he did. He made 74 in the first
And then
innings.
I blinked and he was
Jay
gone.
said something because you would have got drilled.
Yeah, but then fucking...
Just going, oh, yeah, golden.
Yep.
No, he did. In the second
Yeah, I
innings.
know, but 70 in the first is pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
And then in the second dig, fucking... They've both made goldens, and McSweeney made fucking 25 and 14. Constus, 73 not out in the second innings.
The opener.
Couldn't get him out. The opener.
It's interesting. Constus is explainable because he's too young.
Yeah, I
The
know.
other two probably are just like, you're a bit has-been.
Yeah.
So McSweeney, I reckon if McSweeney fails, then in like a year or two, if they have confidence in him, he fails, then Constus surely.
Oh, but we've got the Ashes next year. We don't need to get this shit sorted.
19 is so fucking young in international
here's
cricket,
what's
though,
happened. They've picked him. He's a young fella, which is fucking good. He'll go out there and let's hope he kills it.
Yeah.
I would love to see him kill it.
That's all. I'm gonna back him. Well, that's all we can do.
Back him in.
Aussie, fucking back him in. Let's go.
Absolutely.
I'm just glad that it is young fella. Let's go. You've got the chance, mate, to fucking build yourself.
It will
something.
give him absolutely so much confidence knowing that he's going to have Khawaja, this cool-headed.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, nothing phases Khawaja on a fucking cricket pitch, and he's at the back end of his career, and he'll just take him under his wing.
I hope Sweens just walks out there and goes, I'll face the first ball, Usman.
Oh, wouldn't that be good? First ball of summer.
You can start calling me McSwingy.
Nathan McSwingy. That's good.
Ah, fuck. Righto. Let's talk about a bit of rugby. Something where we're transcending upwards. We've beat the Poms.
Yeah.
That's always good, isn't
We've
it?
beat the Poms.
Fuck, we love beating Poms.
42-37. Fucking what a game to start with. Suali'i played unreal.
Did he?
They reckon
Player of the match.
He was
in
one-
his
yeah.
debut.
debut
Yeah.
player of the match, set up fucking try.
Some of his passing and his footwork, it just went,
Oh.
where's that been the
He
last
was
couple of
unreal.
years, mate?
Unreal. The fact that the last game of rugby that we played, we lost 60-something to 20-something to Argentina.
Yeah.
And then we've gone over to England at Twickenham, packed stadium, and beaten them there.
That's
massive.
a tough feat.
Massive.
That many
Like,
Poms.
Rugby is a Northern Hemisphere. At the moment, the Northern Hemisphere, they just love their rugby. Like the Six Nations is huge.
It's a
every
massive
year.
debate at the moment is Southern Hemisphere versus Northern Hemisphere. Who's
And I
best.
know South Africa have won the last couple of World Cups, but New Zealand's definitely, like, they still pump us in the Bledisloe every
Yeah.
year, but they've definitely declined.
For their level.
And
after-
teams-
From their level.
And teams
Yeah.
like Ireland and stuff like that.
Ireland
is
have been number one in
Yeah.
the world, like
Yeah,
at the
they're
last
right up
World
there.
Cup.
Yeah.
They end
France
up
as well.
losing fucking in the quarter to New Zealand, I'm pretty sure.
It was,
but,
yeah.
France, Ireland. Wales has slowly declined, but France, Ireland, England, always powerhouses.
Even
you
Italy's
know?
up there too.
Oh, Italy are getting better, but they definitely come.
They're not one of the
usually come
powerhouses.
last in the fucking
Scotland, they're part of the Six Nations too.
Scotland.
Scotland.
They're like the fucking.
Scotland
They're always the underdog, but they always beat one of the big teams.
Yeah, that's exactly
every
right.
Six Nations. So this whole Autumn Nations thing's pretty cool. What
I
they're
like
doing,
it.
they've sent Southern Hemisphere teams up there to play 4 games. So this is the old Grand Slam for Australia. I don't know how many times we've done it, but it's not many.
I'm pretty sure
We
all
play-
Southern. Oh, sorry.
We
you go.
play England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. And it's like the Grand Slam if you can beat them all. And we've started by beating the Poms.
Good start.
Great start.
Great
Wales,
start.
Wales, not great lately in the rugby. So let's fucking hope that we can beat
What's their
them.
big fucking?
Ireland's last. So if we can get a couple of wins, like, fuck, look
Yeah.
out.
Couple of wins,
Like,
bit of luck.
obviously it's one win.
Yeah.
And we're going to need a lot of luck. Not a
But to
bit.
start against the Poms at Twickenham,
And beat them.
the home of rugby.
After we'd
It's pretty
lost
fucking-
to Argentina by
here's,
40.
Here's what they should do, right? Is just keep poaching NRL players because they're better.
That's
And
what's
then-
been said.
And then because
in the backs. In the backs.
Oh, just
You
imagine
can't
if,
get them in the forwards. They're
Yeah.
not thick enough.
No, that's,
That's
right.
true,
Their
that's
necks
true.
are too long.
But they
I
tried
can't
with players
talk.
like Vunivalu and Corabetti in that, and
Yeah.
they did not succeed as well as Suali'i. They will be
Yeah, but that's
sitting
one
there-
game. It's one game.
True, succeed as well.
Oh,
He's
they
played
just
one
need
game.
more rugby league players. Simple as
Yeah.
that. There's your fix.
It was.
Look, that's a
cool.
good start for their $1.6 million man.
Yeah.
There was lots of talk.
Good on him too,
Fuck
because
yeah.
a lot of heat on that young bloke making that decision.
He hadn't even played for fucking Waratahs yet.
No.
So straight into the Wallaby squad.
Fucking good on him.
And what a way to do it in your debut.
That's prime.
Good to see. Hopefully he just gets all sorts of confidence and the Wallabies get all sorts of confidence because let's just hope that we're half back, you know, because it's been pretty dire.
It has been dire straits.
Has
And we
not
have been the
stopped.
laughing stock.
Oh,
because
for
we've
sure.
been such a successful
We were
country.
ninth in the world.
Yeah, that's going to be one of
Behind
the lowest
fucking
we've been
Fiji or
ever.
something.
Yeah,
Behind
exactly.
Italy, sorry.
And
they suck.
Yeah, it's not good. But there is a bit of hope, and they will hold on to that for sure. It was like the 84th minute they scored the try.
Yeah,
too, wasn't
that
it?
was the best bit.
Oh.
The game, it was into red time, so the next time it goes out, the game's done. And she was the old fucking throw it anywhere out the back. Winger just peeled down.
The big rugby dive too.
Yeah.
Just
It was
crack
good
your
stuff.
sternum.
So, yeah, this Autumn Nation's a great idea, but it's a lot of rugby for the Northern Hemisphere teams because they have got Six Nations in February. So they should be proper primed up for that.
Good to see that there's like a lot. Like I know I wouldn't even call myself a casual rugby fan. I know fuck all about it.
Yeah.
But
I used to watch it way more, but since
Australia
they just
suck.
haven't been good,
Yeah.
I just don't even
Tough to
know.
watch.
Wouldn't even know fucking 10 of the players.
You'd have to pay me.
I know one Suaalii.
Yeah.
But it's like just good to see that outside of the World Cup, you've got a lot of casuals and a lot of people actually getting drawn to the game.
If this Autumn Nations goes ahead most years, be unreal.
It's almost like a World Cup because it's the World Cup with the best teams.
Yeah.
And the big debate of lately with the Southern and Northern Hemisphere that I see fucking everywhere. I'm pretty sure all Southern teams won last week too.
we did. We
So
pumped them.
Argentina, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa.
New Zealand beat Ireland, and they beat England the week before.
Yes, that's true.
All right, let's go. The Chopperoos, boys.
Oh, yes.
They're back.
Chop.
They're back. Fifth world
Look at him.
title in a
Look at
row,
him.
was it?
Look at him. Big Foster behind a sieve.
Big
If you're not
Foss.
watching YouTube, fucking look at it because Foster's steaming.
Yeah, the OG Chopperoo. I reckon he put Chopper on the map.
Fuck, he's chopping.
He is the go-to.
He is chopping.
Is it 5 in a row? I think it was the fifth world title in a row. I watched the final. Geez, it's over quick. I don't know if that's the only thing. It's over in like less than a minute, man.
Well, it's probably a good sign of their ability.
There's two blokes that chop the timber.
Yeah.
One stands on it, which I just think is fucking psycho.
That is quite
Well,
wild.
look, if you look at David
And the other one
Foster's-
does this, chops it in half like Foster is with the.
Yep.
He's standing next to it, and then the other two people are on the saw.
Yeah.
and they got to saw the bit
wow.
off.
Well, if you just look at the rig on Foster,
Look at the
it's
size
not
of
an
the
agility sport, is it?
No.
She's just
No.
power.
You know,
Which
that
is-
makes a lot
which
of
is
sense.
why it's Reggie.
Yeah. As
How?
you say, such a short time because it's like go hard and fast, boys.
Yeah.
Because you're not built for endurance and stamina. You
But
fucking
seriously,
swing.
you've drawn the short straw if you've got to stand on the horizontal log and cut it in half.
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
just fucking madness.
Is it like
that.
the shittest bloke of the group or is
I
it
don't
the
know.
ballsiest bloke of the group? Because
Got to be the ballsiest.
So we've nailed it though.
yeah, we've fucking pissed him.
we
Yeah,
get
good.
chopping.
We
understand
chop.
We do get
chop.
chopping.
We get chopping.
What about going from that pure fucking this is Reggie as to the most non-Reggie thing I saw all week, and that was a bit of a pre-game dance routine performed by the men's netty team.
It was to NSYNC, wasn't it? Oh,
Dunno.
Backstreet Boys.
I couldn't do it.
Fucking one like mid-2000s boy band song, I swear.
Wait, and don't get me wrong, I reckon it's prime that we
We're on
actually
yeah.
know that we play netball like the blokes play
Yeah.
netball because it's fucking.
Any international stage, any chance
It's
to have
not
a
terrible
team.
to watch,
No.
but
it's
that
not.
was.
That was tough. That's like no matter what sport, no matter what gender, anything, just surely you're out there and you want to have a fierce, you know.
Do the
get
Kiwis
fired
do
up.
the haka
Sure, I'd have
in the men's
I'm
netball?
not going to fucking
I just want to
assume
know
here, but
why. Like, what is it?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
Don't know.
It's not netball. And it's not us being controversial here. That's netball is you play netball. And
Because-
if you have some traditional like the haka.
I think it is coming.
I wasn't even going to comment, but I'm gonna.
Is it
So
dance
it's like the
dance ball fucking ballerina?
No, but
like,
what I want to know is
why?
every other sport, right? The only time anyone does anything like that before the kickoff is like the war dance for these
Exactly,
for these
something
Islander
traditional
nations,
for
right?
your-
Something prime, and
your
it really
pride.
gets you going. The only time Australia does it, here it is, and it's a heap of blokes playing netball to Backstreet Boys, and that's our thing.
Yeah.
What's
The-
like?
oi,
I just go,
the
oi,
blokes-
oi, they're having fun and whatever, and you don't even see it's taken out of context too, maybe because you just see it happen and that's all you see. So was there a plan to do it? Was it a thing where all the teams had to go? I don't know.
It's not, and we're not saying that because it's blokes playing netball. We don't give a fuck about that. We're just saying, why are you dancing?
No,
before
but you
sport?
know what? You know what? Like we're saying, oh, it's not because it's netball. But if you could have picked any sport for the blokes to do a dance and maybe it get a bit of backlash.
Well, do you
Yeah,
know what?
they-
do you know
they
what?
would
Like
have
they've set themselves up for
They knew.
failure.
Well, there'd be a lot of blokes that the only reason they know blokes netball's a thing is because they watched that video. And adding to the fact they just found out blokes netball's a thing, they're doing Backstreet Boy war dance. Come on, man.
So what is
Like,
the
go
general
for it, what
public going to think? You know?
You didn't see
Yeah.
Sully get out in front of fucking 80-odd thousand, how many there is at Twickenham, and he said, someone put on In Sync right now, I'm going to fucking bust down this shit.
Yeah.
No.
But see, to the girl, see, this is the other thing too. If it was a netball thing, fucking sweet. But do the girls do that?
I don't know.
no.
No, they
It's
don't.
not it is not a common thing in
It's not
any
like-
sport
that's-
other than literally dancing to get out there and dance.
Mate, I get into my work on the D floor.
Yeah,
Cut
we all
shapes.
do.
I don't
Yeah,
give
yeah,
a
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
But you just
There's a
look
time
at it
and
from a
place.
sport and representing a country and what it means to represent your country and that passion and pride. Do they really give a fuck?
I was going to say, it's not that it was blokes playing netball.
Nah.
It's not that because it was netball. It's saying the only time you should dance before a game of sport is if it's a traditional war dance for your culture.
Oh, here the chicks
I
have
don't-
done one too.
Have they?
They did.
Yeah, but why?
At the Fast Five netball, they have done one too at the tournament.
So it had to have been a thing where it was a tournament thing where they all did something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's what I mean about taking out of concept. See, I'm going off here.
Yeah.
Where it might have been a thing that all the teams did one to add
But why?
to the.
yeah.
Why are you dancing? Why is there a
they
contest?
Anyway. So I just like to go and say off the back of all that shit where we're just teeing off thinking that she's a test netball fucking comp and the Aussies have just decided on their own bat, the men only, by the way, to do this Backstreet Boys dance very femininely. Turns out that it was a competition where probably a heap of them did. And if that's the case, fucking whatever, go have
It's
fun.
looking like that way. Well, at
Yeah.
least the two Aussie teams did anyway.
Yeah.
The women and the
Yeah,
men.
yeah. So it's not just the blokes who decided to do this
No.
Backstreet Boys dance.
No,
Just leave dancing out of sport unless it's a traditional.
unless
one.
it's the haka.
Exactly. Something
the
like that.
pre-game
Towel.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine, but just we don't need Backstreet Boys before.
Nah, but
any
yeah,
sport.
like we say, it might be this fun comp that doesn't matter a fuck, and they've just gone, yeah, let's do a dance.
Yeah, exactly. And if that's the case, sweet. But that's a problem. All we see and what we get tagged in and sent is these Aussie dudes spinning around doing this dance at the start of their game with no context.
We have fallen into. The
We've been clicked.
taken. Yeah.
And I wouldn't even.
been clicked.
I was trying. I sat there silent at the start of this, and I was like,
and you went,
let
oh,
it go."
fuck it, I'm teeing off.
oh well. It's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, the Aussies are actually doing. It's just been a lot of Aussie
Oi,
chats.
by
this
the way,
episode.
I got nothing against blokes having a crack at netball. I got nothing. Whatever. the
dancing.
That's
fuck.
not what
or
we- yeah.
dancing. Like I said, just
We
go
all
for it.
dance.
It was just the way it was. All we could see was that video alone, and all we could do was judge off what
and
we
it was,
saw.
it was, what do you say? It was,
taken out of context.
no, it was written as the Australian haka. That's
Oh
what it's,
yeah.
that's what the headline
which
was.
just boiled your piss
which
even
just
more.
fucked me off.
Yeah,
It
Buzz
did.
Rothfield was sitting behind his fucking computer typing that up, going, "This will be perfect."
Right, I'll tell you what won't be a fucking joke. There's 2 fights this weekend. One's on Friday night on Netflix,
I think it's Saturday.
Saturday afternoon, sorry, on Netflix. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday lunchtime. You got Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Go with that one first.
Streamed on Netflix globally.
Not
Is
an
it
ad.
like a pay-per-view still on Netflix?
Nah.
No.
Oh.
So if you've got a subscription, you just pay for it.
It
So
will
you
be in the
imagine
live and
amount-
upcoming.
You imagine
Fuck
the
yeah.
amount of coin Netflix would have paid for that.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, how good's that? But before we talk about the main event, how good is the young Aussie getting a crack on the undercard on arguably the biggest fucking platform you could get put on? So I'll just flick to it here. Bruce Carrington versus Dana Coolwell. So Dana Coolwell is the Aussie fella. Yeah.
What way do we at?
Mate, all I've got is the poster here. They're not big fellas, like
Righto.
little, but there's 170 fucking 5 different weight divisions, so I'm not sure.
yeah.
Super junior, huge, little featherweight,
Yeah,
mixed
but-
sweetie weight.
Yeah, yeah.
But mate, how fucking exciting!
That's
for,
awesome.
for him. Like,
Yeah.
Is
That's
he
awesome.
their opening fight?
I believe so. Like that's the start of it, and then you flick across to all the fights.
And that's main card, or that was... there isn't a main card.
That's all that they've put up on that thing, and he's the start of it. So hopefully that's
is-
the first card you can watch.
Did that just say fucking Taylor and Serrano
Yeah.
as the co-main?
It's the co-main.
Or like the one before the main?
Yeah, so the co-main
Wow.
is Taylor
That's the
versus
ducker
Serrano.
of
Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Hopefully
yeah.
she goes.
Katie
And
Taylor
just
versus
gets in.
Amanda Serrano.
Oh, she is in
too.
America. I saw the other day she did the Rocky
There you go.
Balboa
She'll
up
be
the
there.
stairs in Philadelphia.
She'll be
be
fucking there.
fucking there.
Where's the fight? Vegas?
In Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
AT&T Stadium.
oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's the bloody Dallas Cowboys stadium.
Yeah.
That'll be...
Dude, it's
Big
going to be,
fucking arena dome.
regardless of what you think's going to happen
Holy
on that,
fuck,
on
that's
Netflix,
massive.
fucking watch. Like,
Yeah.
I just think it's just going to be a spectacle.
I wonder
you
if
seen
they've
the
sold
size-
the fucking joint out. That'll be 100,000, won't it?
Easy. Have you seen the size of the fucking Jumbotron? Like in all American arenas, they've got the biggest screen ever just hanging
Yeah.
from the roof. That thing is stupidly big. But
What's
it
your
is
thoughts?
Texas.
So, my thoughts of it straight away are, righto, Paul's 28 or whatever he is. It's 8 2-minute rounds. You think he'd have the fitness and that to be able to try and maybe stay away from him so you could understand why he might be a favourite. But then you go, it's fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but he's 60.
Yeah, I know.
Like 30-something years.
He looks
I
like
know.
he's 42.
But
though.
what do I go, we're going on BetR at the moment. Right now, we're looking at Mike Tyson just to win, paying $2.85. Jake Paul
That's
at
dropped.
$1.40. It has dropped. But then you go, how's Mike Tyson winning?
Yeah, by knockout,
That's it.
surely.
By knockout, he's 360. And
Yeah.
I go, even though I think Jake Paul probably should win, and he probably will.
You're going for what you want.
No. Oh, yeah. Fucking
All 5
no.
units.
I'm thinking
Jumped in
value,
punch,
cunt.
eh?
Value is not Jake Paul at $1.40.
No
No.
way.
That's not value smart punting.
Maybe
Probably-
$2. $2.
Probably
Smart
Smart
punting is to really get behind Iron Mike the old piece of iron at 360 responsibly and load.
Yeah, fucking up.
Fuck yeah, I like that.
I'm with you. Hopefully he's had the buffing wheel out on the iron.
Fucking oath. He's been
Got all the
reforged.
fuck-
Yeah.
Quenched in oil.
He's been sent off
Reforged.
to the blacksmith.
So AT&T Stadium's got 80,000 capacity,
Wow.
but that doesn't include the field.
Yeah.
So surely they can squeeze another
That'll be
fucking
huge, cunt.
5 to 10 on there.
Oh, it'll be a
I
massive.
wonder if
sure
it's
they'll-
sold out.
There will be some.
Oh, can't surely.
There'll be
Because
some big names.
How smart
showing
is
up.
it though, right? Marketing wise, regardless of what happens, you get that Mike Tyson era. All our old boys who grew up sort of getting to watch him. We
Yep.
never got to watch him. We've only saw highlights. All the younger, real young generation who are right into this influencer stuff with Jake Paul, and then the middle ground of sort of everyone else. And on Netflix for fucking anyone who's got a subscription to watch. It's
Yeah.
going to be
How many
probably the
people do you
most
reckon-
viewed event fucking ever nearly.
That Netflix deal is so fucking smart because how many people do you reckon that don't even know about what's going on, but some Joe remembers Mike Tyson, so he turns on Netflix just to watch,
Yeah.
a movie, and he goes, "What the
That's
fuck?"
what I mean, man. It's probably going to be
He's
the
like,
most watched
"Mikey's
thing.
back." He turns it on.
Oh, and Mike. Yeah.
Well, it looks like they've slashed the ticket prices. So whether that means they weren't going well.
Slashed them. Are there any available left?
Yeah, well.
We're on the first flight to fucking Dallas.
Big talk of 90,000 fans.
Wow.
Proves to be no guarantee. So we'll see.
Surely, if you're in Texas though, and the ticket prices have been slashed the day before,
Seats
you're
have dropped to $30 US this week.
yeah. Well, surely they'll fill it doing that.
Yeah. Anyway, it'd be pretty cool to see.
It'd be pretty cool to see. I'll definitely be.
Be
tuning
good to
in
watch
for a
that.
look.
Imagine, like you've just said, on the undercard.
Yeah.
AT&T Stadium in front of
That's-
fucking 80.
Yeah,
Bucket
yeah.
of shit.
Like
That's
obviously it'll
crazy.
be like a normal boxer event where they won't steam in until probably Taylor Serrano would
Yeah,
really be
yeah,
stacked.
yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
still, like fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
man.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and
In-
Taylor
in-
Serrano, that's a massive fight. Like
Yeah.
that was like one of the
Two.
best women's fights.
Second fight.
Yeah, the first one they had was like one of the best women's fights they had, and
Yeah.
there's a bit of speculation there on who actually won. Like it was a real close one. So
Do you
yeah,
reckon in Texas too, there'll be just
Oh,
some
here
like
we go.
40-year-old Joe just sitting there waiting after the fight, just rocking on his chair, just making sure that Iron Mike doesn't lose.
I imagine security will be through the roof at that joint.
fuck yeah,
Fuck yeah,
100%.
it would be.
But yeah, should be good. Another Aussie fight with the coming up. Liam Paro, December 7th, defending
yeah.
his world title strap in Puerto Rico against Richardson Hitchens. Double last name.
Sins and sins.
Wow.
Richardson Hitchens. So
Wow.
if you can't trust a bloke with two first names, this cunt's super trustworthy. I think that's how it works. But he's got the IBF Super Lightweight World Championship, so putting that on the line. And then obviously Sammy Goodman taking on the boogeyman in Tokyo on Christmas Eve.
that's
A
gonna
couple
be
of
unreal.
Aussies.
That'll be fucking getting played. When will that be? If it's
I don't know the time zone thing,
I
eh?
think they're 8 or so behind
Where is it again?
Tokyo.
Nah, they're not that far behind.
Aren't they? Are they pretty...
No, they're not actually.
I think it's like an hour because the time zones work like
yeah. Sorry,
vertically.
I've fucked you there.
So they're not too far behind. I think about 2 hours or so.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find out for you though.
Get the world clock up.
While you're
because-
doing that, on the boxing front, the Podcast Royale
An hour.
2.0.
There you go.
An hour, that's good.
At the moment,
Yeah, right.
like because it's daylight savings. Maybe,
But it'd be a
maybe
roundabouts,
there.
though.
They might do summer and winter time and shit. But anyway, yeah, 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, that's good.
That is not bad at all.
Fucking oath it is. Are we behind? Like, it'll be later for us going off that?
Yeah, they're an
Yeah.
hour behind.
Yeah, sweet.
We're always first.
Well, that'll be all right. Podcast Royale 2.0 tables go on sale today. Wednesday, 9 a.m, alpha-events.com.au. Seats will be announced after the tables and stuff, but I wouldn't muck around. If you're keen to get a table next year, I have a feeling they'll go quick as well as the seats.
Set
Yeah.
the fucking reminders.
Yeah.
Because they'll go fast.
Yeah.
But the tables are the spot to be. They're a really good spot. You got the meal, the drink packages, all the information will be there. So get the boys involved and girls.
Yep.
Get
Fucking
amongst
oath.
it.
Bit of sirloin for everyone. I heard.
yeah.
Bloody hell, it was last year. It was
Fucking tomahawks, scallops, prawns.
Caviar too, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. Righto. Well, what about the other fight?
Well, UFC 309, mate.
Speaking of old, versus, although this one's
Old
like
versus old.
not a up and comer. It's
No.
possibly the best ever versus.
The best heavyweight ever.
Best
They're saying.
heavyweight
That's what
ever.
they're trying to sell it as.
Yeah.
You know, which
Yeah,
Stipe is. You can't take his
Stip.
big stipe if you
Big
read it in English. Stipe.
Stipe, who
Miokic.
you need fucking captions to understand what he's saying.
But here's John Jones taking him on in the main event. Look, I know fuck all, obviously, but surely John Jones just wins however he wants.
Yeah.
There is
fuck
no
yeah.
way the one way he loses, like an official loss, is to stip.
Yeah, I don't
At
think
this
so.
point, I don't want to take
can't
anything
be.
away from him. He's 42, hasn't fought in 3 years. When he fought last, Francis knocked him out. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this. It's not because he's fucking his name.
He was
But-
unbelievable for years.
Yeah,
there. The
exactly.
2 times that he beat Cormier were just.
If this
fucking
fight
awesome.
happened like 5 years ago or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
then it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
But
It's a
I
legacy fight for both of them. They've pretty
Yeah.
well both admitted it too.
Yeah. But so that's the main event. I think we're all pretty on par with that. Then we got Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler. I kept seeing all this shit all over the socials about, something's pulling out or this or that, but I haven't seen anything to
hold off.
to solidify.
Till you see it.
So what are your thoughts there? I just can't get out of my head a Super Saiyan Oliveira choke. Just submitting him.
I think Chandler has been out for a while too. So he's
Is
either going to
Chandler-
be... Well, he's been out because he's been waiting for Connor.
Yeah.
See,
Is he a
I-
one-trick pony, though?
Yeah.
See, I would
fuck.
love... See, this is the love versus fucking what I think will happen thing. I hope Chandler wins because I think it makes for an exciting next fight for him and maybe he can do shit. And he's fun to watch, but... Charles Oliveira, man, how many times have you seen him just fucking put blokes in a choke?
He's too versatile, I reckon.
Yeah, he's a very complete fighter.
Can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Charles will get the win. However, I hope Chandler does. It'll be exciting anyway. The first round, Chandler's fucking will be coming out swinging.
He'll have a lot.
It'll be like
Built
a
up.
coiled spring.
Yeah.
He is built
I
like
wonder
one.
if he'll-
Cunt.
Yeah.
Have you seen the shape he's in at the moment?
I wonder if he'll call out fucking McGregor after.
Surely.
Conor McGregor. Again.
Yeah.
See you in 2 years.
Connor's calling out fucking KSI and shit now.
Oh,
too.
man,
he is off his fucking head, literally.
Yeah.
I don't reckon he is. I reckon everyone
It's an
just
act.
fucking gets into him about fucking being off his head.
Oh.
But he's just,
He
I don't
is
know if
loving
it's
life,
drug
but
related. I reckon
He
it's
has
fucking-
posted
he
videos
is
late at night just eating an ice cream and laughing at his phone. You go, wonder why is
Oi,
that?
and good on him too.
He
Yeah.
would be fucking loving life. It's why it's like you don't need to come back to UFC, mate.
He'd be close
Just
to a
stop
billionaire.
giving me hope. Just fucking tell me you're done.
Yeah, it's off tap. Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. Bo Nickel's got a heap of hype around him.
He does.
Yeah, Paul Craig.
That is not a fighter. That is
Can't trust him.
He works for a tax account.
You
for
can't
sure.
trust this man. That's why Bo will
Sounds
give him
like
a dollar
fucking-
on the chin
Yeah.
with Bo Nickel.
He sounds like a fucking band or like a
Like
Paul
a singer.
Craig. Yeah, like just a singer.
Paul Craig live at the tavern this Wednesday night. Yeah.
You going to Paul Craig?
Yeah, you heading to Paul Craig tonight? Tav? Kicking off at 8.
Hey,
I think.
listen to Craigie much recently?
Yeah. But anyway, I think Bo Nickel, I haven't looked at the odds, but a lot of hype around Bo Nickel. Obviously come in with the grappling, massive wrestler, but he's knocked people out as well, so
Yep.
should be good. And then, just the rest of it should be good as well. Jim Miller's fighting again.
Oh,
Jam.
still.
His record, have I got this many stinks? 37 wins, 18 losses, 1 no contest, dude.
He's fought on like
CTE.
every century of UFC cards.
Oh, that's right.
He's-
like
yeah.
90.
No, every
and-
decade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So every
Like,
he's
been there
100,
since
200,
fucking-
300, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
there you go. We'll get there.
Chris Weidman's fighting, but yeah, anyway, they're the good ones at the start.
Yep. Yeah, nice.
Love to
Well,
see.
there was no F1 this week. Just set that up beautifully. Remember I said they were going to go bang, 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 have a break,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
finish 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So I believe it's Vegas, and then they go to 2 of them in the Middle East, I believe, to finish the season. So there'll be more on that next week.
Stoked.
What there is.
I didn't know.
Righto, tough.
Sorry.
Go watch netball, Jace.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch some dancing.
But I've got big news from our friends at the Standard Squeeze, guys. Big, big, big news because I can't give you all the details this week. So you'll have to tune in next week for all the specifics. But I have been allowed to say that they have a ridiculously big sale coming soon for Black Friday.
Ooh.
And look, I cannot say too much, but it's like this is their biggest sale ever.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
And we're talking the percentage off is on every single item store wide. Like,
And if it's the biggest ever, last year was huge too. So
Yeah.
it's going to
I've
be big.
heard on the street that it's the biggest sale. It's like in the history of
Here we go.
sales.
just lies.
I've just heard on the street, man. I'm not lying. It's
We're
just what
talking
I've
facts
heard.
here.
Yeah, facts,
okay,
Jace.
okay.
So look, I'm not going to say it, what the percentage is, but it's
Just
the
get
biggest
ready.
ever sale, and it's literally everything. There's no sneaky bullshit at all. it's going to be huge. So set your calendars there. I think that's probably all we need to say for the
Eyes
standard
and
squeeze
ears
this
peeled.
week. Just keep your eyes and ears peeled because every single item will be there's a huge
steal.
sale. It's on the standardsqueeze.com. No codes will be required. It's just fucking get in there and smack it. So set your calendars. Can I say the date? I don't even know if I can say the date, but I will next
Say it
week.
next
Well, they could probably put 2 and 2 together with Black Friday and around
exactly.
the time of when Black Friday usually
Yeah.
is. So that's
So-
all you're fucking getting.
Biggest sale ever coming soon.
Who are we thinking?
We've got a few candidates.
Well, I mean,
We've got Mr. Kilometres.
we do have the kilometres. We
Who's
got the.
fucking the reputation of the RRLC.
I think the Netty team gets a. They get a
They're
pass.
good. Because
we've made peace.
We
with it.
educated
after I've
ourselves.
just gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Or Volandis and Abdo.
Yeah.
They're up
But
there.
we also don't know if that's legit either.
No, that's true.
It's got to be KMs.
It's got to be KM. It's got to
Yeah,
be nautical.
KMs. You got to
gotta be
cop that
KMs.
because you just chirp us
Yeah.
all the time and it's play on.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can chirp back.
Absolutely.
And you've won it.
That was
And get yourself a
fucking,
fucking squeeze.
stupid.
Yeah. Hey, and
the end of
we've
the
all
day,
done shit
we all
really
are.
stupid too.
You
Just
and,
when I thought spewing on myself was bad.
you and Valentine Holmes would be great mates.
Oh, yep. He's joined some illustrious company, hasn't he?
Oh, did ya?
Yeah. So we'll just leave that there.
And then moving on to another great supporter of ours, CTC. Heading to the captain of the week. Head to the countrycompanies.com to cop one of the Knucklers designs. Or countrytruckercaps.com to design your very own. That weapon will be not only at Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, but at John Jones versus Stipe. At both both of them.
way.
You're
So
joking.
I
He gets
reckon
around,
that
doesn't
I
he?
reckon the dome will appear on at least one pay-per-view, surely. Just
Well, he's
knowing
already
what
been in the
like.
fucking block. That's
Yeah.
his weekly bit of
Exactly.
marketing.
He's all over it like a friggin' rash, this bloke. What are we thinking, boys?
For the skip. Well, we got Lizelle Lee.
That's a
Great.
good
She's
rate.
got the
cricketing
greatest
name of all
cricketing
time.
name of all time and made 150 knot, if you don't mind. A bit of fucking red ink.
Yes, I do like that.
Out of 203. So
It's got to be a...
She's made 75% of the
Yeah.
runs and ended up not out.
We've got some, like, good team efforts.
Most sixes ever, too, in a WBBL
Let's
game.
give it to her.
I
Some
believe.
great
I don't know-
nation efforts, but she is the captain.
Yeah, we did have a few good efforts in the nation as well. This is one. Why doesn't this they just spread it out a bit?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we're
can you
saying.
stop being
all the
so
time.
awesome in one week?
We've got the Oz Rugby, but like we said 1,000 times, that was one game.
Yeah, and like we could give them captain, but it's like, oh,
They don't
wow,
know.
you won a normal game that 10 years ago you probably should have won anyway. So it's
And
like,
then Suoliti, one game.
yeah.
We'll let him just...
The
you know.
chopperoos.
Oh, the chop.
Fucking,
Oh,
they
the
love
chopperoos.
chopping, and they're pretty fucking good
Oh,
at
the
it.
chopper.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
They did win
The
a
Chopperoos.
world title.
5 in
Like
a
the
row.
Chopperoos won their 5th world title.
That's pretty remarkable,
And
isn't it?
Lizelle Lee, yeah, she made 150.
Yeah, but the Chopperoos are meant to do that, aren't they? Or they're
Win.
doing what they should do every time, where this...
Zelly
yeah.
and the chopperoos.
Lizzle.
Sounds like a
Should
triple
we give
J
them
band.
a hat each?
Give it a Lizzle.
Give it a little.
Yeah.
Give it to the Lee.
Louis.
Brett and Shane's sister. No relation, I've heard.
Not at all.
Yeah, righto. Lizelle, you've won. Well
On you,
done.
Zelly.
Well batted. Not too sure about the little single off the last ball, though, to get to 150.
I don't like
Should have been
that.
slogging. Because
Take the
it was the
captaincy
last
off her.
ball. No, I don't think she realised or whatever. Didn't matter in the end. Well done, Lizelle.
Great stuff.
Anything else? Because I've got to give the biggest pump up to Friday morning's Punch Show. If you don't tune in and listen to that, you are missing out because there has been some fucking ground made
Absolutely.
in
Hasn't
all
there?
segments.
Hey, listen to this.
Yeah.
You hear that, old boys?
Yeah. Oh, do you?
We are knocking.
We're knocking.
We are knocking. We may have jumped the gun slightly because Jason and I were running around like fucking idiots
Thinking I've
in the
won
studio.
infinite
Thought he'd won
units.
500 units.
Maybe just
but
a little bit less.
doesn't matter. We come roaring back. And it was a massive, massive weekend on the Rex.
On the Carmichael.
There's news everywhere. Tune
Yep.
in Friday. Talk to you then.
See you, Reggie.